So Meta deletes trans and non-binary messenger themes. Let's talk about this for a minute and why this is both scary and important to talk about. And just stick with me, even if this kind of stuff drives you nuts or whatever, or you're going to be against, you think you're against me. Let's talk about it, because you're probably not. So what they did was they deleted the messenger theme here. And this is just the background color scheme. That's all. In my own game, the Anacrusis, for players, we have themes that go behind a player, and you could choose different like 70s stuff and all kinds of cool stuff, including trans and non-binary color schemes. And that's not because we're woke. That's not because we're political. That's simply the people who made the game are represented in the game because those people exist. Now you can say your witty rejoinder, well, your game sucks. That's why it sucks, because you're woke. It has nothing to do with that. That has to do with me. The white, middle-aged white guy with a beard. I'm like the most generic dude you can be. I'm the reason it sucks, not them. They're all harder worker, smarter than I am. But people get mad at those. We have negative reviews for those. But that's like saying, if I put up a Polish flag as the background, and people got mad at that because I'm Polish. No. Seeing yourself and representing yourself simply makes sense. Mark Zuckerberg is bowing already to Donald Trump before Donald Trump's even in power. He is bowing to power and kissing the ring because he wants to be oh my God, you should, those liberals didn't kiss my ass when I was a decent human being, so I'm going to show them, right? That's the little childish thing, but he's trying to erase people's representation and existence. He wants to say that they don't exist because then we could treat them really crappy, right? If we say that they're not real people, if they don't really exist, hey, the only people that count in Mark Zuckerberg's world is Mark Zuckerberg. Think about if he ran the Niagara Falls gift shop and they have those novelty license plates, all of them would just say Mark, because that's all he cares about, right? And now I get some people are going to jump in here and be like, oh my God, well, they're converting kids or they're doing something horrible there. Okay, I get it. Your little Jesus guy said, hey, wait till you're 18, right? You're good. You're good once they turn 18. Well, okay. So that means Jesus doesn't make any mistakes before people turn 18. So kids under 18 shouldn't wear glasses because really their being nearsighted is God's choice. And who are you to decide for them before they're adults if they should wear glasses or not? Because they may be seeing mystical things without glasses, even though they can't see the whiteboard. That's okay. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Well, you don't want to share a bathroom. Well, I guess you've never flown on a plane? Never pooped in your own house? I don't know what to tell you on that one. That's a weird one. Especially because most restaurants I go to and places are already mixed, so I don't know what to tell you. Right? And then I hear this, oh, well, there's only two sexes. There's only two sexes. Binary. I have a degree in theater. I didn't act. I'm not coordinated. Not good at it either. See here. But it's technical stuff. And writing. And I did writing. And I did summer stock. And so I got to work for Akron Ballet one summer. That was pretty awesome. And I worked for Kenley Players, which is musical theater. And Kenley Players did Nonsense and Black Patent Leather Shoes, two of the most Christian musicals you can possibly do. We did them in the old big Akron theater that used to exist down in Akron, which is an abandoned city next to Cleveland. You were driving to Cleveland, you ran out of gas, you ended up in Akron. All right, but this giant theater is super cool because they had a sky room thing up above that you can just turn the stars on and get high and sit on the stage and hang out. But that was run by John Kenley. John Kenley is officially known as what is intersex, where he has parts from both sexes. I call him he because that's how he chooses to identify, or did. He has since passed. He's a super awesome dude. Super friendly, super funny, super generous person, and super great to work for. But do I say he doesn't exist? I'm not gonna. Right? And a lot of times when we say these things of well, I don't know anybody. Yeah, because nobody's going to confide in you. Nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to be so when I worked at Kenley Players, and this is in the 80s, I worked with gay men and women And they wouldn't say they were gay. They would say they're members of the church because they had a talking code. Because the atmosphere around being gay, especially as AIDS was breaking out, was so horrific that they didn't want to publicly say if they were gay or not. So they would be like, oh, do you think the guy's a member of the church? They jokingly made a suit for me called Breeder Man because I was the only one out of our group that was going to breed. Like, they were awesome. They were funny, but they had to hide because that was the atmosphere back in the 80s. I don't want to go back to that. I've been there. It sucks. It sucks to see your friends have to talk in code and not be who they are when they're awesome. And that's what this is. That's all this is. Right? So this isn't about being woke. This isn't about any of this weird crap you think it is. This is just about people existing and us looking at them and going, you are who you say you are. I don't want to take that away from people. So I've recorded this about like 10 times. I apologize if I get any wording wrong or said something wrong or offended anybody. But if your instant reaction is to be mad about trans people, to say that there's some kind of thing against you, that they're so angry, that you're so angry about it, again, I just ask, like, don't wear glasses then, right? Like, that's the simplest example I can give you. We all have differences. It's okay to see them. It's okay to recognize them. It's okay to admit them. I have LASIK, by the way, because I didn't like wearing contacts.